Probably one of the shittiest times to be a sports fan. All we got are singles and bogeys and a bunch of people playing a bunch of people playing tennis that nobody even cares about, man. It's been pretty bad, man. Sports Center top 10 has been very, very sad. At least we got cornhole, though. We got some cornhole going on, but besides that, we don't really have much going on in the world of sports. So I wanted to talk about NFL futures, man, because we ain't got nothing else to do until the football season's back. So let's act like football's starting now, and let's go over some futures here on DraftKings Sportsbook. And the first team that I want to go over, I'm going to go over two teams today, two teams that I really like, and let's start off with the Minnesota Vikings, man. This is one of those that I'm not like super excited about. I'm more excited about where you can get them at. It's at plus 275, almost 3-1 odds for a division that's 50-50 split between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Detroit and Chicago are going to be fighting for last. The reason I like Minnesota, let's start off with why I think they're really going to battle with Green Bay. Of course, we all know Davante Adams departing for Vegas. But the thing that a lot of people, I feel like, aren't talking about is Marquez Valdes-Scantling, MVS, leaving for Kansas City. Aaron Rodgers lost two of his top targets right there, and all they add is in the draft, and who knows what's really going to happen, how this dude's going to pan out in the draft. Not everybody's Jamar Chase. So I think Green Bay taking a step back offensively. They already weren't amazing offensively. Now they take another step back. Aaron Rodgers doesn't have that chemistry with a guy like he did with Davante. You still got Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon in that backfield, but and the secondary, and that's what I want to talk about. The defense, I will say I love this defense. Going to be probably one of the best secondaries in the league with Rasul Douglas, Jair Alexander, Adrian Amos. This is a very good secondary in Green Bay. But I feel like at the end of the day, even with their defense, it's not going to be enough to win this division. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't personally think it's going to me. I wouldn't be shocked if Green Bay won this division, but I think where you can get Minnesota at almost 3-1 odds, you need to take this because in my mind it's a 50-50 split. Week 1, these two teams play each other. They got the spread. The books got the spread at 1 point. It's very, very close, probably one of the closest games of the week. They're in Minneapolis, and if Minnesota wins that, I think that sets the tone for the rest of the season, and they're going to get it done. I want to talk about the pros with Minnesota. I know, I don't want to hate on Kirky Twerky, man. Kirky Twerky is a decent quarterback. He's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not Aaron Rodgers. He's not one of those guys, but he's a guy he's a good game manager who can get it done. You got one of the best deep threats in the game with Justin Jefferson. If Adam Thielen and Dalvin Cook can stay healthy, this is a very, very solid team. So I think at the odds you can get this at, you need to ride with Minnesota, at least put a unit on Minnesota, because we both know the Lions and the Bears will not compete in this division. It's going to come down to Green Bay and Minnesota, and it most likely will come down to the final few weeks of the season between these two teams. So I like Minnesota where you can get them. If they weren't at plus 275, I probably wouldn't talk about this one as much, but I like it because it is at almost 3-1 odds. And then the other one, the Philadelphia Eagles, in the NFC East, this is another one that I like. Bringing in A.J. Brown from Tennessee, giving Jalen Hurts another weapon to complement Dallas Goedert and Devontae Smith. I like Miles Sanders in that backfield as well. I really like this. They stepped it up on defensively too. On defense, I like this a lot, and I like how the Dallas Cowboys, in my mind, have regressed. Amari Cooper leaving for Cleveland. Randy Gregory leaving as well. That defense just got weaker, and that offense got weaker. Ezekiel Elliott starting to fade. I'm really, really liking Philadelphia, and I'm not looking at Washington. Carson Wentz, bro, really? Carson Wentz? Nah, bro. Daniel Jones has not proved himself. Who knows if Barkley's going to stay healthy? The Giants are still a ways away. And again, Washington, they have some good pieces, but I don't think Carson Wentz is going to be able to get it done. But this is Washington will compete, but I don't think they're going to be that much of a threat to Philadelphia. But I look at Jalen Hurts, I look at Devontae Smith, I look at A.J. Brown, I look at just all the draft picks that they are able to accumulate and what they've been able to do with it. I'm really excited about this team. I'm really excited. I think Jalen Hurts takes that next step. And if we're talking from a fantasy perspective too, I think Jalen Hurts is a very undervalued quarterback in fantasy as well. So I mix these two together. You get this at a plus 893, but if you really want to like make this thing really nice and slap a team on there that's very is the lock is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You look at the shittiest division in football, the NFC South. New Orleans not going to compete. Carolina, bro, Sam Darnold, bro. This is just a mess. It's a dumpster fire, but this is actually a dumpster fire. You research dumpster fire on Google, but you're gonna get the NFC South. Atlanta. I don't even think they should be an NFL team, to be honest with you. Atlanta, Jameis Winston starting in New Orleans, and then Sam Darnold, don't even know how he's even in the league. He's not even backup material. Christian McCaffrey's the only thing that they got, in DJ Moore, but just no one's competing with the GOAT. No one's competing with the GOAT, Tom Brady. They didn't really lose much in the offseason. They actually, honestly, I feel like got better. And, I don't know if they've gotten that much better, but whenever you got Tom Brady back there, you're always going to be a threat. So you mix all these together, you get it at a plus 1225. I love these three. Minnesota's the one that I'm a little bit more skeptical on, just because you got Aaron Rodgers, and you don't know if these guys are going to stay healthy. Dalvin Cook has been hurt as of late. Adam Thielen was hurt. So I just don't know what's going to happen, but I really like these three. You get this at a plus 1225. So those are my top locks for, not locks, but my top value picks for division winners in this very, very sad time in sports. We're almost there, though. We got about another month until training camp starts, so we'll see what happens.